Imagine a fledgling republic, its leaders scattered like leaves in the wind. Congress flees Philadelphia's yellow fever in 1793, then New York, then Trenton. No fixed heart, no enduring throne. A capital born of compromise, not conquest. But in the humid haze of 1790, along the Potomac's lazy bend, a decision ignites. This is where America plants its flag. Not in glory, but in grit. Welcome to the birth of Washington, D.C., a name that whispers revolution and echoes eternity. Before we begin, like and subscribe to help preserve these stories of courage. The seat of power. The United States hangs by a thread. 13 states, one fragile union. A permanent seat of government? It's not luxury, it's lifeblood. July 1790, Philadelphia boarding house. Smoke thick as suspicion. Northern creditors demand war debts paid. Southern planters guard slavery like treasure. Alexander Hamilton schemes. Federal assumption of state debts. In exchange, capital moves south. Potomac River, neutral soil between Maryland and Virginia. Thomas Jefferson hosts the dinner. Candles dance. Hamilton bargains. James Madison nods. The Residence Act passes July 9th, a 10-mile square district. George Washington chooses the site, names 3 commissioners. Deadline, December 1800. Congress must meet. President must reside. No excuses. January 1791. Washington rides out. Hooves churn Virginia mud. Potomac shines cold steel. He marks the diamond. 100 square miles, 10 from Maryland, 10 from Virginia. Georgetown's wharves, Alexandria's warehouses. Symmetrical, strategic, strategic. Northerners mutter about Southern sway. Southerners fear abolitionist winds. Washington sketches boundaries. Daniel Carroll, Maryland Catholic. David Stewart, family tie. Thomas Johnson, Iron Federalist. They map by lamplight. River curves east, Rock Creek northwest, Eastern Branch south. Virginia side holds Alexandria's slave auctions. Maryland side cradles Georgetown's tobacco hills. Washington dreams wide streets, public squares, a city of citizens. Malaria stalks the swamps, laborers swing axes, free whites indentured, enslaved blacks. Deer flee ancient trails. Potomac, once Algonquian highway, now carries federal ambition. Washington returns often, dines with holdouts, buys land. Some resist, old grudges flare. But the diamond forms, federal territory. No state taxes, no state loyalty. Congress approves cession. Virginia debates. Jefferson pushes. Maryland yields. March 1791. The land is federal, unclaimed, unbroken. Critics sneer. Too remote, too wet. The architect's vision. Spring 1791. Pierre-Charles L'Enfant steps in. French engineer, Valley Forge veteran, Yorktown fighter. Washington trusts him. Paint an empire, L'Enfant vows. He rides the wild land. Swamps suck boots, hills defy grids. Yet he sees glory, Jenkins Hill for capital, President's Palace west, Grand Mall between, Potomac's spine, radiating avenues, 60-foot boulevards, circles, squares. Rome tempered by democracy. No tyrants, just citizens. He sketches feverishly. Versailles echoes, but American soul? Commissioners approve. Lotteries fund. Baltimore tickets promise plots. Masons arrive, stonecutters, enslaved laborers from plantations. September 1793. Capitol cornerstone laid, crowds cheer, whiskey flows. But L'Enfant clashes, landowners hoard, widow's house razed, outrage. Commissioners fume. Washington mediates. Patience. Patience snaps. Fall 1791. L'Enfant's copper map unveiled. Pennsylvania Avenue slices east-west. Mall, 2 miles, green. Bridges, canals, federal buildings, brick, stone. Simple. Virtuous. Funds falter. Workers unpaid. Fever rises. L'Enfant demands. December. Full plan presented. Washington at Mount Vernon nods. Bold. City has skeleton, but arrogance dooms. L'Enfant builds on private land, ignores orders. Widow sues. February 1792. Georgetown confrontation. L'Enfant storms out. Washington dismisses. Services end. Bitter exile. Andrew Ellicott revises, trims, preserves soul. Avenues curve. Grid yields to hills. 1793. Cornerstones set. Capitol walls rise. Hammers echo woods. Free blacks from Baltimore carve. Enslaved haul Aquia stone. Women wash shallows. Children dart scaffolds. Georgetown booms. Speculators swarm.
The naming, honoring the indispensable man.
September 1791. Georgetown Inn. Commissioners gather. Pipe smoke. Maps unroll. District needs name. Territory of Columbia. Poetic. Revolutionary. Columbus nod. Patriotic. City, deeper. City of Washington. Unanimous. Reverence. George Washington. General. President. Modest. Mighty. Name evokes sacrifice. Valley Forge. Yorktown. Farewell warnings. Columbia ideal. Washington, flesh. Deeds bear mark. Surveys echo. Newspapers proclaim. Speculators rush. Prices triple. Taverns rename. Children, Georgiana. Irony bites. Washington slaveholder names free soil. Enslaved build unowned marble. Black masons carve. Women launder guarded. Name gleams. Labor unseen. Commissioners toast. Potomac murmurs. Mount Vernon. Washington reads Gazette. Folds. Thanks. Undeserved. Pride flickers. City binds union. North, south. Federal hearth. Name spreads. Congress debates. City of Washington in Territory of Columbia. Clunky. Resonant. Boston. Charleston. Tongues carry. Naming fuels progress. Ellicott refines L'Enfant ghost. Boundary stones, mile markers. Jefferson sketches vistas. Lotteries poor. Donors pledge. White House site clears. Unnamed. Trees fall, paths emerge, pulse quickens. Johnson ill, Stuart pushes. Build for Washington. Hammers harder.
From Mud to Marble.
November 1800. Fog clings Potomac. City raw. Shacks. Brick stubs. Capitol scaffolded. Roofless President's house. Congress arrives. 17 senators. Carriages from Georgetown. John Adams settles. Duty. Washington dead. December 1799. Mount Vernon. Nation mourns. City orphan. Stands alone. Capitol stones. Irish Laborers' Hall. Thornton design. Dome wings. Jefferson adds. 1797. North Wing sessions. Temporary. Slavery shadows. Fugitives nightly. Population 5,000. Half black. Build. Clean. Unowned hands.
Echoes of Empire.
Steel bridges Potomac. Trolleys hum. Mall Greens Macmillan. Lincoln Memorial, 1922. Marble sorrow. World War I drafts. Factories, shells. Women rivet. Victory parades. 1930s depression. Breadlines monuments. Hoovervilles, Anacostia. New Deal bureaucrats. Federal Triangle marble. Segregation divides. World War II arsenal. Pentagon, 1941 concrete. 1950s Red Scares. 1963 March. King dreams Lincoln steps. 1968 riots. Flames 14th. 1964 vote presidential. 1970s Home Rule. Walter Washington mayor. 1980s scandals. 1989 Berlin falls. 1991 Gulf War. 2000 cherry blossoms. 9/11 checkpoints. 2009 Obama sworn. 2014 Ferguson. 2020 pandemic. 2021 January 6th mob. 700,000. Delegate no vote. Metro hums. Monuments dusk. Potomac kayaks. Diversity. Ethiopian, Korean. Name carries ghosts. Native paths. Enslaved echoes. Immigrant dreams. Tensions. Housing delays. Diamond hard. Capital movements. L'Enfant to King. River flows. Stories shape tomorrow. Washington indispensable.